Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Emmy.
And we are here to tell you how to get into all the nerdy things you'd like to love and are a little too scared to because the internet sucks. A lot. It's a dark, terrible place to be, and we're here to help you dive in through, like, baby steps.
Yeah.
You know, through the shallow end. Through the shallow end.
Dive into the shallow end.
Yeah, and look, like, we'll just watch the deep end from far away, from very...
Still enjoy the...
Watch the deep end from very far away for a long time.
But still enjoy the pool. But still be able to...
Still be able to enjoy the pool. Today, we're talking about a spoiler-filled, not free. This is not spoiler-free. The title will not say spoiler-free. I'm giving you a very, 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 very fair spoiler warning as of right now.
If you continue, it's your fault.
I just know how I know how some people are.
Yeah. If someone comments getting mad about some spoilers,
I'm coming after you.
we're telling Obama.
If you put your ear to this, I'm coming after you, and I'm telling your mama.
If you want spoilers, GTFO.
I'm totally ripping people off right now.
That's okay.
I'm still in jokes.
Everyone's
The Force Awakens, Star Wars Episode VII, is today's topic, and we are incredibly excited to talk about it because we recently saw it. We saw it at the midnight premiere.
So Thursday.
On the red carpet.
Yeah.
I sat next to John Boyega and Gwendolyn Christie.
Yeah. I got my up the skirt picture when I was getting out the limo. It's in
Really?
Us magazine. Yeah.
Your fans are in Us magazine?
Or lack thereof. Oh.
Most dope. It was. Let's start off with basic how I feel about it. General feelings.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Let me go. I thought this was kind of the perfect entryway back into the Star Wars franchise. This was in every way because not only did it feel like I was watching the first Star Wars films again, it really felt all the cinematography, the music, the entire vibe and feeling of the movie feels like the first three trilogy, which is exactly what I wanted to feel like I was back in that world again, not that weird pop culture CG weird world they made in the prequels. Also, I loved that the all the characters, you can enjoy this movie entirely and love all these characters without having to have watched the previous movie. All the old characters at this point are essentially myths and like legends, so they are explained as such, and so when they're introduced, you're like, oh shit, you're that guy. So obviously, like, if you don't know someone is, or if you're like, oh, I recognize the name Han Solo, I know what Harrison Ford looks like, they're gonna be like, you're the Han Solo, you're the guy who traveled with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Whoa. And there's a lot of exposition. And of course there's going to be a lot of exposition in the movie that is intended to set up the next 3 movies. Or 2 movies, sorry. Well, let's not get into it. Well, we're going to, but not.
They're doing a lot.
You talk.
Okay, my initial, like, fresh out the theater reaction was, everything's perfect. But, we watched it about 5 days ago. Ever since then, probably every night we've watched a review about the Star Wars or talked about Star Wars. So I've developed new opinions and feelings about it. I still think it's awesome. I really love the fact that you don't have to have seen any Star Wars before to be able to enjoy this. I love the Chewbacca's in it. I'll just get it out now. I really like this story. One way I've heard it that has really stuck with me is someone called it a New Hope 2.0, and I was like, cool. I could dig that.
Yeah, and it very much falls into that archetype. Like, they took the plot of A New Hope, how it falls out, and ripped it apart and filled it in with a bunch of new stuff. Yeah. Now, since this is spoiler free, we get to we are free with spoilers in this video, just so you're clear again of what the hell I'm saying. We can say whatever we want. Yeah. Like, they do all kinds of cool stuff, like Leia and Han's children, like and they do in the original comic and book series established. No, as of the right now, all we know officially is child. Is Ben Solo. Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, aka Darth Vader 2.0,
Yeah.
who we see in
Darth
all
Vader's
the
grandson.
yeah, like he's literally Darth Vader. He wants to carry on the traditions and the I don't know, the strength of his father, and that's grandfather, and that's a cool.
That's really cool. I think Kylo Ren's terrifying.
I think he's terrifying because he's a
the thing with
kid
this-
who's obsessed, who's absolutely obsessed, and like worships Darth Vader, like pre-redemption Darth Vader,
Yeah.
who was by far like how we see Luke is the most powerful Jedi ever. Darth Vader was seen as the most powerful Sith Lord ever.
Yeah.
If you're going by the canons are technical, look, just roll with us, casual fans. Casually roll. Now, there's also the movie is quick pace. It's fast, which is awesome. We got to what we started off.
Worry about dull spots, and you're like, oh, I'm bored.
Yeah, because in the
Even though there's
prequels,
cool stuff.
in the prequels there was so much of that. The long scenes where the characters are having all these conversations and talking and talking and talking. And this we start off with Finn, and he's having his like first mission, and he feels all traumatized and gets shell shocked, and is like, oh shit, I can't do this. Which also is interesting to me because these stormtroopers were raised like to
They're
be
soldiers.
warriors, right? They're soldiers.
Brainwashed soldiers.
Yeah, so for him to suddenly
To feel.
like they even tell like they say later in the movie, he never had issues as far as his file goes. For him to suddenly have the feeling and emotion maybe shows a connection to the Force and the light side. So like that's setting up, like I said, again, maybe something in the future. The whole movie is setting up stuff for maybe in the future. You have Rey, who is an awesome, like every time she's in a scene, she is leading stuff and just like, let's go and do it, and I am right there beside you. I can keep up with anybody and always hold my own. Yeah, she can always be on it.
Yeah.
You have.
Well, I don't know. She freaks out and runs to the woods.
She does,
That was a little
but
weak.
honestly, if you've never experienced visions before and suddenly you're having things thrown in your, like you're seeing things and hallucinating and you've never experienced that before, you would be freaked out.
Yeah.
I think if you've wondered your entire life where your family is and have had this big mystery around your origins and who you are, then you would totally be okay with any clues that you come upon, but still, I kind of understand their reasoning. I think it's fucked up that Han Solo essentially got that entire bar murdered. Like he really did.
Yeah.
He got that entire bar killed. He could have got around back. They have a back door.
Yeah.
They had a back door. He took a droid that they explicitly said earlier in the film was orange and white and unique. And took it in through the front, like nobody was looking for it in the entire galaxy when it's the most wanted thing ever.
You smarter than that.
You smarter than that.
You smuggle.
So you've
For
been
your
smuggling.
life, like-
Like you and Chewie of all people. First of all, thank you for being in the movie as much as you were, and doing a good job
Not
at
what
it.
I was expecting.
Yeah.
Especially in doing a good job.
Especially after the Crystal Skull.
I didn't see that.
Bad.
Oh.
So thank you, especially. This was watching Han Solo. It wasn't watching old Harrison Ford. It was watching Han Solo, and that was
Mwah.
absolutely
Mwah. Chewie hasn't
fantastic.
aged today.
Which makes I don't understand Wookiee biology, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
There's
But
also
he got a cool ass bow.
yes, his upgraded bow.
Oh.
There's a name for it: bow rifle, bow laser, bow gun.
Bow gun,
Hey,
something.
not
my weapons about to do?
uncasual nerds. Let us casual nerds and fans
Know what
know
it's
down
called.
below
Yeah.
in the doobly doo. There was
Stealing people's things.
no, the doobly doo is shared. Okay. Now there's also Oh, what are some cool moments I wanted to... There's some really cool moments I wanted to bring up.
Let's go from the beginning.
We've gone from the beginning.
Okay.
We are already almost... Like, we are past 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All the flight scenes, specifically, like, all the flight scenes with the Millennium Falcon, where Rey was flying, all the scenes with the TIE Fighters, where you have, like, the first-person views, like in the original trilogy, all the X-Wings, and they all look so amazing. You never have any ground artillery, which is kind of weird, because we did used to see a lot of big, like, the big AT-ATs and etc. That's the only one I know by name, but, all the flight scenes were so freaking cool.
Really cool.
Like, yeah, because you see these.
I'm stuck forward, and then.
Oh my god, when they revealed the Millennium Falcon, and they're like, "That thing's a piece of trash."
Yeah.
And then they keep up the basically the tradition they have built of the Millennium Falcon being stolen and traded and restolen and retraded over and over again, and it keeps ending up in Han Solo's possession because he sees it as his.
Yeah.
And so he's always looking out for the Falcon.
They go through a few people. It's been through. They give you that lineage.
And
people that have taken them.
And I got off topic earlier, but I was gonna say, of course, of all people, to steal the First Order freighter, this giant, huge ship, it's going to be Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Yeah, I was scared. And then when they walked in, I was like,
Sure, it turned Doctor Who for maybe like 2 minutes at one point. Like within that scene, that entire whole the beginning was great. The middle was Doctor Who. The end was fantastic. It was good times. Other than that, I'm happy with it. Han Solo dies, which was great because we needed a heavy character death, but not without losing any of these new characters we just built. And also Harrison Ford wanted that character death, so like he got his.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And also the fact that Ben did it, like.
Yeah.
It was
because traditionally, as far as I understand, in the Sith Academy and like the dark side, killing your father is symbolically like you grow or become into your own as a Sith Lord or as a dark, I don't know, some kind of shit. And it's just like in order to become I think you also have to become the Emperor, you have to kill the other Emperor in his sleep or something. I don't know. You know what you can do if you do want to know? No, you can't listen to the podcast because we have a special podcast coming up this week. More of the description down below. You can go and Google it.
Yep.
Option 2, always Google it.
Always Google it, man. Don't Yahoo it. Don't ask it. Don't Hotmail it. Options of search engines.
The side characters were fun. The character Poe Dameron literally owns the screen every time he is on screen.
Hardly in the movie, but when he's there, you're like, oh, this movie's about him.
Apparently, yes. He just his presence fully takes your everything, and you want him to see. Don't trust him because he's that good, because he's so entrancing and he's so lovable that you're like, there has to be something bad about you.
Yeah.
You can't be that great.
It could be. But I mean, there are other characters on there like, you are that great.
You are that great.
Rey's great.
Rey is one of the coolest characters that they have added to the series ever, and the fact that she can fly the Millennium Falcon like she does is so
badass. She can fly anything. She's a pilot. How was not answered. I think it's because of her
innate force powers. Like how she came about her force powers was weird, with her whole like somehow being able to fight back against Kylo Ren, and then somehow being able to manipulate a stormtrooper without any former training, and Kylo's former training by the most powerful Jedi in the universe. I'm sorry. It was all very odd, but as long as you let it make sense, if you believe that they're setting up Rey to be the next, even stronger than Luke, the next most powerful Jedi, and she just has this innate ability to learn, and as soon as she feels this feeling that she has kind of always had her entire life, like, used upon her by Kylo Ren. She realizes, it clicks in her head,
Yeah.
I have the Force, and she does something about it because she's smart.
Yeah.
Because she is whether she knows it or not, she's a Jedi.
Yeah.
And that gives you an edge. And so I give it a little leeway because the movies that are following, I feel, are going to fill in the plot holes of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was definitely there's two more after this one kind of movie.
Oh, yeah.
We gave you a lot of questions. You got two more movies.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, if you would like to hear something a little special, I am going to be doing a podcast with my friend Zach coming up, hopefully before the next Monday.
Before Monday's our usual goal.
Yeah, before Mondays are usually our usual goal. Now, you can find me at Ben Johnson on Twitter.
And at EKP Smile on Twitter. This is where I'm at.
We hope you enjoy just a little chit chat about Star Wars, and you can comment down below if you'd like to talk to us a little bit more. You can follow the channel itself at TCF channel on Twitter to keep up to date when we put out new videos. Also, to keep up to date when we put out episodes of our podcast, the Not Nerdy Enough podcast, which is hosted on SoundCloud and
if
tweeted
this
and
video
posted
gets
out
enough
everywhere.
likes, I'm pretty sure I can convince Ben to let us do a podcast about Star Wars where we talk more about it because there's still so much more than what we were
Yes,
doing.
if this video gets 5 likes, we will do a podcast about the movie where we talk about it in detail. Great detail. Now,
We're going to take time and converse about how this movie
Yes.
was.
if you have any suggestions or things you would like to see us talk about, or things you would like to see happen on or to the channel, leave them down below. We're open to anything. We're open to help grow and to help you find more things to love. I've been,
And I'm Emmy.
and we hope to see you next weekend.
Bye!
Sync that on up.